disciplinary segregation. And from the newspaper accounts, this was last used, the last inmate was housed in here in about 1961. So I've seen books up at the University of Nevada Library that have done surveys of correctional prisons in the United States back in the 1920s, and it indicated that Nevada was probably the most profoundly crude method of incarceration, using these areas, which they described as
the caves,
terrible.
The hole. Yeah. So because we just lost our video, again, it could have been our NSP ghost. Again, I'm Brooke Santina, the PIO for the Department of Corrections, and this is Glenn Wharton, who worked his way up through the department to be a director back in the 70s, and now he is the president of the Nevada State Prison Preservation Society. And here we are, we're gonna walk around today and he's gonna give us some bits of information about a lot of these places. But this is one of those locations where inmates would be disciplined back in the day. This is the hole. Creepy. What are these for? What are these pegs in the ceiling for, in the wall?
Obviously somebody added those more recently, but that could be just a residue from the actual quarrying itself, or they could have been put in as hangers for whatever they stored in here.
Do you know what was over here? This area?
No, we don't know why that was painted black, but obviously you can see the quarried stone that was used as a facing for the...
Yeah, that's kind of neat. So this is all quarried out. This is where we got the actual stones for the Capitol and the Mint.
The Mint, the Heroes Memorial Building, the old Carson City courthouse, the foundation of the governor's mansion.
Attorney General's offices are both made out of this.
The old Myers Hardware and the United Methodist Church. I mean, and a multitude of homes over on the west side in the historic district have foundations made from stone quarried out here.
Wow. So look up at, there's lights, there's electricity in here.
It's kind of interesting. If you look at the old warden's reports from the 1800s, you'll see an entry in there where some of the stone was paid for with fruits and vegetables, kind of a barter sort of an economy. The United Methodist Church was built by the pastor personally. He personally hauled the stone and dressed the stone and erected the church. So, you know, there's a lot of history relative to the architecture of Carson City around here, not just the prison itself, but in the community.
So look up at the ceiling. It's got these big cracks, and like there's little pieces of wood shimmed in there. What was that about?
Yeah, we may have some seismic issues here.
Yeah, maybe we should get out of here.
We're not really proposing tours of this area for the public.
No, this is not exactly where they're going to be bringing people in, but it is interesting to see that this is where they actually did discipline seg back in the day. It was a horrible, very inhumane way to handle inmates, but that's what we did back in the day before we knew better. And now that does not exist at all anywhere, from what I understand, in the entire country.
The snake up there kind of likes it.
The snake does like it. We have a snake right above the door when we came in. Kind of creepy. All right, let's look at this door. This is kind of cool. That's the one way in and the one way out. Here we go. All right, we're gonna go into the execution chamber, and we're gonna also visit some of the cells in Nevada State Prison with our warden slash former, well, he's not the warden, he was the former director. All right, thanks. We'll see you guys in a minute.